This is a booking photo. This is me. Nobody expects to have one of these. I'm 25 years old here. Two detectives took me into custody, and they said I was being arrested for murder. They take me into this room, and they start showing me pictures of these places. This could have been the entry or the turnoff where Susan was, or this could have been where my mom turned off for Sheila. The police came aware of the whole story through my sister, Terry. She had gotten herself in trouble with the law several times over the years, and each time she was arrested, she would tell this story. And they started asking me questions, mostly about where my mother was, when I last had contact with her. And that's when I start to get an idea of what I'm actually being charged in connection with.
After launching a nationwide search, investigators found Theresa Jimmy Knorr in Salt Lake City. She'd worked as a caretaker for an 86-year-old woman for over a year and had just borrowed $4,600 from the woman's son. Detectives think she was planning to flee.
I was glad that they found her and that she was caught, but that didn't mean I was free. I was brought into the same courtroom as she was.
Accused killer and son number one is Robert Knorr Jr. He's in a Nevada prison on unrelated charges, and we're told he won't talk with the cops. This is alleged co-conspirator and son number two, 26-year-old William Knorr.
They believed I was complicit. If you weren't guilty of this, why didn't you come forward? You know, you've had 10 years to come forward. Why didn't you come forward? And the obvious, clear answer was, look at what happened to the people who did. Susan tried to come forward. She had gotten herself with Child Protective Services, and she's dead. So I just went about trying to live my life.
Knorr remained passive throughout the hearing, but her son, charged as an accomplice, was uncomfortable. His attorney says seeing his mother makes him nervous.
Nervous is not the right word. I was caught so off guard by her being walked into that courtroom, I just broke all the way down. I couldn't breathe. I was sweating. This, to me, is the face of my torturer. And the guy next to me told them to get me out of there. After that day in the courtroom, I have not seen her again. It's obviously a recent picture of my mother. The fact that she would spend the rest of her natural life incarcerated was a relief. I never saw any sign of remorse for my mother, ever. I don't believe she's even capable of remorse. And there will never be a time in my future that I will ever want to have contact or see my mother again.